Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Andre Garvin, and I'm here to discuss the implementation of the PECS program, and that's short for the Picture Exchange Communication System. First, I want to talk about how PECS was developed, then kind of move into some of the research that's been done about the PECS program as far as the new technology that's being implemented, and also how effective the PECS program has proven in the past. First, to understand the PECS system, you must understand exactly how PECS was developed and who developed it. Just give me 1 second. Let me pull it up here. Okay. Now, PECS was developed in the late 90s, actually, and some other parts of the actual system was developed further along down the road. Um, the PECS system, the PECS system was really designed to allow those with minimum speech or with speech impediments to be able to communicate effectively, rival to other communication systems at the time, such as sign language. The PECS system actually allowed the user or the communicator to be able to interact with those around them, and also it was an easier way for those who were not familiar with the system to be able to learn the system or to be able to communicate. The way PECS works is usually it starts out, well, what the traditional system is, it's a board given to the person that's using it, usually someone with ASD. And what they do is actually take the board, and if they're trying to communicate with you, they have a grouping of pictures. They can actually show you the picture on the board. They may, have some Velcro pictures where, they just stick them on the board and actually make different sentences that way. But the gist of it is it uses picture representation to actually communicate. Now, how is this effective in the modern classroom? Well, one of the benefits of the PECS systems is that it allows the student to learn at a fairly fast rate. Most people can actually learn some of the phases in less than 5 days. PECS is really cheap and affordable, so pretty much anybody can actually get the system. It's not that hard, and it also allows others, like I said, to communicate without actually knowing something such as sign language or some difficult system. PECS learning PECS is actually broke down into six different stages. Those stages being stages one, of course, 1 through 6. The first stage is how to communicate. The second stage is distance and persistence. The third stage being picture discrimination. The fourth stage being sentence structure. The fifth stage being answering questions, and the sixth stage is actually being commenting. So if somebody was having a conversation with you, you would actually be able to comment back. Now, with those stages, a lot of people say, well, why, with the new technology, why can't you just use something such as an iPad or, a cell phone that has this system integrated in it? And that actually does work. The only issue with that is that the person, in order to use the system effectively, a person needs to master the first 3 stages of that. And again, those first 3 stages is how to communicate, distance and persistence, and picture discrimination. Initially, when the system came out, people disagreed with the system, thought that it actually might not be great for verbalizing, but it has been proven that people using the system can learn certain aspects of verbalization, and those who are actually capable of verbalizing. You have seen probably seen some different systems of PECS. I know now what's popular is the voice simulator. So somebody might actually select a picture and put certain pictures together to make a certain sentence, which has been really effective. Now the accessibility of cell phones, tablets, is really making this system good, and it's easily to transfer what you learn from home. From what you learn in the school system to learn it in home. Um, what my initial question was, how effective would the PEC system be in actually trying to transfer it from home? I actually, started to, I changed that up a bit and added some more as far as the further I learned, the more I learned about the system. I changed that up quite a bit. Also, I changed that to how modern technology has advanced enough to allow the system to be used on an everyday basis. And so, as you can see from most of the stuff I'm saying, that's what I kind of aimed it towards. What I did find towards the end of my paper was that the system is best used if used in conjunction. So using the PEC system in conjunction with the traditional system, and let me rephrase that, using the PECs, the newer technology as far as for iPads, cell phones, using that in conjunction with the older system, especially in actually teaching that, it makes the system work better. The reason that I find it to be effective is because recent studies came out in this year, 2018, that there's been a 15% increase by the CDC in those that are born with ASD. Also, between 33 and 50% of those born with ASD fail to develop functional speech or have some type of speech impediment. So this is very important, especially in the school system when you're trying to keep everything fair. You want everybody to be able to learn on a even playing field. And so that's why I definitely do think it's important. Most of the studies about PECS basically show that it's effective. Once again, like I said, it's one of those argumentative and alternative communication. So initially, like I said, it did come with some reservations. Since then, it definitely has developed into a better system. Also, just to go back to the beginning, the system was actually developed by Lori Frost and Andy Body. And it was developed, like I said, in 1985 at Delaware Autism Program, and was initially developed to enhance the traditional communication techniques. In conclusion, I just want to thank you all for attending or listening, viewing. I do think the PEC system, the technological advance in the PEC system is allowing for the system to be learned on a wider and broader spectrum. It's easier for those who are using the system to be able to learn it. As long as the school systems are continuing to push this and allowing the students to definitely get familiar with the system, I think it'll continue to be effective. I am excited about where the system is going. It is actually saying that the earlier you teach the PEC system, the better it is off for the student. Thank you for listening. And again, my name is Andre Garvin. Have a nice day.